Hi guys. I'm sure many of you have been wondering who Lawrence Kenshin actually is. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm actually Lawrence Kenshin. I'm the one who's been running striking breakdowns for a while. So recently I did a YouTube video sparring with Khai. He's a Taiwan YouTuber. He's a bodybuilder, fitness guy, and the video that we did ended up getting over 500,000 views in a short week. And I had no idea who he was. He just came up to me and he said, seen my fights before, and we collabed on a video together. And I didn't expect my phone to kind of blow up like that. So it was really cool to see him kind of introduce martial arts a little bit more to his, basically expanding the martial arts mentality to everybody, because he was so open-minded and we worked together on this sparring video. So it was really cool to see that, and that's what you'll see in the rounds.
我们现在进行3回合，每回合2分钟的 kickboxing 的规则。不允许投水，不允许踢打对方的下裆以及后脑。好，碰拳套，回到角落。Ready, ready, go! Up.
10 seconds.
Up. Break. Corner. 走。第二回合 ，Ready, ready, go. 3、2，走。第3回合，预备，Go！Action! Okay, nice.
So first round when I sparred with Khai, I wanted to make sure, because I've never sparred him before, so I wanted to get his rhythm down. So I was throwing some light kicks, light jabs, just tapping, feeling out where his power and rhythm is. I switch stances often. I wanted to find his range. Constantly switch stances. I invited him to throw strikes at me. So I kept my hands down a little bit just because I wanted to see how close he would get. Find that range. We're doing kickboxing rules, so no sweeps. I can only catch his kick for 1 second and then let it go. And a lot of the shots I was throwing at him, you know, since I'm a pro fighter and he's doing his first amateur fight, I'm not throwing 100% because I want him to, you know, we want to work. We want to learn with each other. So a lot of the shots I threw was just enough to touch him, back him up. I shelled up right here. I wanted him to actually let his hands go a little bit because most of the round he was very light on his punches and he'd move away. And right there I caught him with a check hook. I'm starting to go forward, starting to touch him with a little bit more leg kicks. His pace slowed down a lot. I think that's because he was starting to get a little tired. So then we started doing that. And then I'd switch between a high guard and low guard just so he would have to identify my body or head. And when he does that and diverges his attention from one spot to the other, that was my moment to kind of just touch him. I threw a leg kick there to get his reaction. I threw another leg kick. I knew he'd check. I swept the leg from underneath because of a kickboxing rule. You can't actually really sweep. So I just made sure when I kicked his legs, he would get a reaction out of it. Kick there to try to keep him away, and when he threw his punches, he wouldn't fully extend on his punches. He would kind of just snap his arm out there and kind of retract it. So I did a lot of head movement, and it was really successful just because he wouldn't actually step into his punch. So that's something we kind of clarified afterwards. I told him he needs to actually step into his shots. All right, so this is round 2 now. This pace is different. I wanted to differ from round 1. This pace was more of a counter, harder, faster counter fighting pace. More in and out movement. I threw a lot more strikes this round as well, just to kind of gauge where we are. A lot of counter fighting. Caught me with a good left hook or right hook right there. I didn't see it coming. I actually wasn't expecting it. He's a lot more aggressive this round too, since both of us are a little bit more comfortable with our range now. I started noticing he was susceptible to a lot of my kicks, so I started throwing a little bit more kicks this round. Threw a good body kick right there. I thought I was just returning fire with a bunch of roundhouse kicks since he didn't really know how to block them. Just kept attacking with the legs for majority of the time, and I think that's what started getting him a little too tense. So you could see him get a little bit more tired. I started getting a little flashier there. Body kick, punch, jab, hook, hook. I started changing a little bit more boxing tactics. He was having a hard time hitting me, so he felt really awkward, and you could kind of see him. I failed a sweep attempt right there, but you could kind of see him having a hard time hitting me and finding a actual like solid punch. So he started getting more and more hesitant and bursting and using explosiveness, but they were very obvious, the shots. They were very telegraphed. Do something a little flashy there. I wanted to see his reaction. And because I'm a little bit more experienced, when we start chaining together combos, he started like falling a little behind, and I could see the difference in skill level. Head movement sequence right there. That's the end of round two. Though the majority of round two was me making him really just try to miss, and me just touching his gloves, just tapping, just enough to where he knows he would have gotten hit. And I wanted to see more of his bad tendencies that we could correct later on after sparring, some tips I could give him. But for the most part, he actually has a really good solid right hand, except he's just not committing to it. And it might be because he knows he's sparring with like a higher level opponent or training partner, so he does get a little bit more like held back and reserved. But at the same time, I'm trying to teach him the control, because I could still throw with a lot of power, but just at the very end pull it, So that's what I ended up kind of realizing in round two. All right, so round three, I wanted to kind of surprise him. Since this was for a YouTube video, I did kind of want to surprise him and give him a little bit more of a aggressive take and kind of like, scare him a little bit, but it wasn't anything serious. So this third round, right away, I changed up the tempo and speed right away. So as soon as we started, a lot of pressure and a lot of hands. Right there, I started throwing a couple hook, body. As soon as anytime he throws a shot, I return fire right away. A lot more aggressive hooks. I like to catch kicks and sweep because I did Muay Thai, so I forget sometimes the kickboxing rules. So this round, I was like, you know what? Let's just stop catching his kicks. Let's go forward with a lot of hands. Let's go into his boxing range so you can't really return fire with anything. And this round, I just started getting a little bit more, having a little bit more fun. A little bit of a switch stance, switch hitting stance, a lot of switch hitting. And I was just really aggressive, hitting his glove, hitting his guard, just to make him a little bit aware. And I wanted to test his guard too, how durable was it? So I was just constantly chipped away at it. You could tell this round he was already really tired. Touched him right there with a nice, good straight left hand. He'll pull it right back. Started catching him as he was exiting with leg kicks, so that disrupted his balance. Another leg kick, solid leg kick landed. He actually had a solid guard, but he wouldn't move with it, so I kept trying to hit him to see if he would actually move with it a little bit more. A couple nice left hands, straight down the middle. Superman jab to the leg kick, I love that when people are a little bit tired because there's too much going on. Kept my hands down here because he was starting to get tired, so I wanted to bait him out. Switch stance right there, hook. That was a good shot to the body. You could go a little bit harder to the body just to give him a little bit of like a realistic sense and approach. Right here, he throws a head kick, he misses, and I throw a head kick right back. It barely lands because I realized he was tired. So it was kind of cool because it was a climactic ending. As soon as we ended, it was really respectful. This wasn't like a challenge match or anything. This was purely him soughting me out for some tips because him and I both are fighting on the same card, except I'm the main event and he's the amateur kickboxing fight of the night. So it was really cool that he was so open-minded for a bodybuilder to come out and do martial arts and train and be humble and open-minded to ask, because not a lot of people are like that. So I really respected that about him, and it was really cool that we were able to do this video together. So I'm excited to see his fight, and his preparation lately has been looking great, and he's really strong and he hits hard. So just has to work on those few little tweaks and his conditioning, and he's going to do great. I'm just kidding. I'm Khai the Shadow Wu. I really appreciate Lawrence Kenshin from Striking Breakdowns helping me collab with this video and helping me introduce martial arts to the world, especially in Asia, since I'm growing MMA in Asia. It's not really well developed, and he's given me this platform to help me, so I really appreciate it. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm actually Lawrence Kenshin. I'm the one who's been running Striking Breakdowns for a while, and I think it's just finally time to come out and tell everybody. I can't do it. I'm actually Lawrence Kenshin from Striking Breakdowns. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? He's just like. So I've been getting a lot of requests asking me to show my face finally, and Steve, why'd you laugh? Why'd you laugh, Steve?
I can see your eyes.
You messed me up, man. So I've been getting a lot of requests. I think it's finally time for me to let everybody know who Lawrence Kenshin is. And I'm Lawrence Kenshin. I've been running Striking Breakdowns for a while. I'm not Lawrence Kenshin.